Okay, today, to wind down from all of that battling with the dreadnoughts, I am just going back to chilling out with the autophage and generally learning their lore, musing on what their lore means, and otherwise looking at staffs and all those good things that come from the autophage camps, doing some of their missions. I think I've got as far as learning all their language apart from is it the mystery ones, or I can't remember what they call them, but the ones that are just all the odd words that are always longest and always take longest to complete. I'll find out in a minute when I go to one. Let's say hello to this guy. So if I go to practice language, mystery, that's it. See, it's like possessions. It's neither a trading word, supposedly, or any of the other categories. So, practice language has supposedly been fixed, so we can do a few more of those. And you also get little snippets of lore from this. For instance, what do they feel about the divergence? That seems like a hot button topic for an autophage. This word has a profound effect on construct sporomore. Their shell clatters and trembles as they regress into traumatic memories. They utter a word in a different language. I wonder if that's Korvax. So yeah, that was a hot button topic. All right, I've got plenty of Atlantidium, so let's see what their lore says. She something to all electronic entities calls. Her signal is unique. Something else beautiful. We all something it. I dream her voice when I sleep. I've been taking a picture of these as I go. Let's see what they're. Hang on a second. Let's get my thing off this, my face away from the middle of the screen so you can see what's going on. Keep doing this. That's better. And done the practice like offer assistance. Collect one inverted mirror, construct. Well, we've got plenty of those. Give it a second. Hand in one inverted mirror. And move on. So practice language first. Mystery symbol. Copper. Doubt that's going to come up in the lore. And practice language. Let's see if there's anything helpful for them. Modules, place, defy, depleted. Let's go for defy. Recalling a darkness beyond my understanding. They seem at once grateful for the empathy and profoundly sad. Now, I have my own feelings about what happened in ancient history. And I think the autophage, even before they were killed, weren't part of the convergence. But we will see. Actually, I haven't finished with you yet. Did I actually grab the language? Yes, I did. Let's go back. Plenty of nano cables. No, I'm not hostile. Not all of us seek violence, but I do. I cannot forgive the Convergence for what they did. See, there's some kind of disagreement with the Convergence. There's a bit of law that talks about a symphageck that turned on them in generally, and I wonder if it's something to do with that. And practice language. Get the word first. Overload. That might come in handy. Okay, so practice language skills. Don't think a raise is a good idea. Void might help. Restore could be better. Go for restore. Void Seeker Logi grabs my hands, facing me as an equal. They cannot ignore this request for help. I suddenly find my exosuit recharged. Well, thank you. I don't think it needed recharging, but... Nano cable. No, I'm not hostile again. Not all of us seek violence, but I do. I cannot forgive the conversion. They just said, I missed that before. They actually seek violence. Yeah. Offer assistance. Kill 27 corrupt sentinels. I'm not going to do that one. Thank you very much. That's quite time consuming. I did visit this one, but I didn't look at the mission, I don't think. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. What did I? Did I just do that? Oh, I did the mission. So there's one more. I visited him. No, I visited them all. Let's have a look in here. I've already found an S-class staff today, just setting up my system. Blue A. B. C. B. B. C. So nothing special there. What we got to buy? Okay, I think I need a few of the heads. I want 2 of everything. So the pole and the runic beam and the runic core. We need the runic beam. We need the runic core. We've got the pole. Wait. So what do we need? We need all of the heads apart from the runic and the havoc. But they're the expensive ones. And the only other one there is a radiant chamber, which I think, yeah, I've got 2 of already. Okay, move on. I also haven't fully completed finding all the creatures on this system, so I might just do a little bit of scanning around. What have I still got to get? Flying, underwater, underwater, underground, underground. So only flying around? Not right here. But we do have a bit of open cave system, which is always handy. Oh, it's flying. Oh, what's... Yep, that's underground creature. Top tip, these are the best areas to locate underground creatures. Not inside caves, but open caves. Because they spawn around them much more easily. They can't go into the ground and not spawn. So any point of interest that cuts into the ground, like this one does, it's a really good place to hunt for underground creatures without making a meal of it, although it doesn't always work. Oh, but it did work today. Hi, Gravnor. I'm sorry, I can't quite read that. I'll have to... You can stack all these missions. You can't stack all of them, but you can stack a few of them. Oh, yes, sorry. Yeah, you can turn them all in at a space station. I'm not sure if that's an oversight. I can't help thinking that they will patch that out at some point, but it certainly works at the moment. So, I mean, some of these missions I just don't really want to stack up. I'm not really keen on fighting a load of sentinels on a... It's just so time consuming. Some of them say killed 8 sentinels. That one said a lot more. This is getting laggy again. I'm just going to very quickly jump out and jump back in. Actually, where's my ship so I can save first? Oh, where's the save point? That'll do. I find it interesting that they got rid of that animation on the... I can't remember what they call those now. I think the animation was causing more problem than it was worth and causing people to get crashes on some systems. So they've just completely removed it. And to be honest, when you're running past it, it's an annoying animation. Ah, that's interesting. I haven't seen mismatches, probably because I've been avoiding the larger ones. So yeah, I might try one and see if that also happens here. I've been adjusting my sound so that I can turn it up a little bit. So hopefully the sound's better, but if it's too loud on my voice, then let me know. But I'm trying to cut out the clicking sound, which I think has mostly worked. Partly because it was raining outside and I wanted to filter that out. A little bit low in that picture as well. It's better. Cool. I mean, it is, gain is approximately where it was yesterday, but I'm sitting a lot closer. That's a little bit better. Right. Where did I park? Right, parking. My system is more keen on telling me that I'm using a webcam, so it's covering up my compass. See if I can get rid of that. Might be more trouble than it's worth. No, never mind. Wrong way. One thing I haven't done much of, because I've been avoiding doing the more long and involved missions, is repairing autophages. And that's quite evident when I look in my catalogue. I've left myself a bit of a grind if I want to complete this, because I doubt 15 is anywhere near the maximum number. I imagine it's a lot higher than that. Whereas I've done all of these highest medal achieved, and I've got the standing as high as possible. And the linguist's getting there, but I don't know what the maximum is. It's a bit bumpy. See, I found that repairing autophages seem to be not stackable, or rather, obviously you can get as many as you want, but you had to do them all. But I'll try it. What do you seek from this exchange pre-built entity? I'm kind of really focusing on what they're saying, because I really want to focus in on their lore. Get the word first. Just the mystery symbols to get. Restoration, pirates, rewards, scrap. Well, I'd have thought restoration or scrap would infuse him. Let's go for restoration. Upon hearing this word, divergent construct, Lewy reaches over, physically examining my exosuit. As I am about to protest their prodding, they withdraw, and I find my life support fully charged. I keep getting my life support charged. It would be great if it was like a new game, but you can't get to this stage. I mean, this is late game stuff, and they're doing things that you really don't need. And this has supposedly been improved with this patch. Give them a nano cable. I am something honoured, maybe, to accept this, thank you. In the end, something shells are not important. Physical. Perhaps in time we will build shells of pure Atlantidium. Okay, maybe that's where we're going. Check the mission. Craft free, and that'll do. I've got those. That's an easy one. I do think these are going to turn into a full race with space stations at some point. Let's get the word first. Mystery symbol. Job. Practice language. Discarded. Trader. Restore. Signal. I think discarded might provoke a reaction. Gazes at me steadily, their metal face unreadable. Didn't really provoke any reaction. Okay. Offer assistance. Radiant shards, loads of those. What does this have to say? Thank you for this gift in exchange. I will tell you a little about the autophage. Corvex Prime suffered erasure, as I did, as we all did. She does not converge. She is rebuilding herself. Well, we all know who she is. And we know they're not part of the convergence. Missed that. Focus on what they're saying. Don't just skip past. You perceive me. Your technology must be great disruptor. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. But you gave it to me. With the Atlantidian cloak removed, the autophage eyes wary gaze. Practice language. Unnoticed. That might be handy. Rebuild compensation. That's interesting. Suit discovered. I can't resist saying compensation. Nope. It's a dud word for him. This will be valuable in our something. I will never again be deleted. I will something fire and fury. He's not happy about being deleted. What do you want? What do you want me to do? Collect one crystallized heart. God, you don't ask for much, do you? Luckily, I have some. Oh, I did it again. Cannot imagine the things this constructor seeing the cycles not even flicker to them. Practice language. Encounter, that could be a handy word. Right, let's see what we can do here. Construction rewards starships survive. Let's go for survive. Upon hearing this word, Epsilon construct Oppenheim, I can't pronounce that. Apeheim reaches over, physically examining my accessory. I know what he's going to do here. Oh, I haven't finished with him. What do you want me to do? Oh, I haven't done that either. I did not expect a gift from an unknown pre-built entity. Do you know the Void Mother? She is the progenitor from non-existence. She creates existence. I do know of her, yes. What do you want me to do? Oh, another crystallized heart. I'm going to run out very quickly. I visited you. Yes. Have I visited you? Yes. I thought I still had one to do. Maybe I don't. No. Okay. Tag that. Never know, you might find an S-Class multi-tool. Oh, I haven't done him. What is it you wish from me? Practice language. And let's go for an easy one. Echoes. Heartened by my choice of words, they say a few sentences on the subject, and I glean a new autophage word. Thank you very much. Then nothing new. Have I done all the words? Or does he just give me something I already knew? No, I haven't done all the words. I've seen the lampshade head because I think it's a I don't think I've walked into one yet. It is quite fun though. Rummage around their shelves, searching for something. A scattering of loose bolts falls onto the ground. Sees what they're looking for and hand me a unit of navigation data. Great. Again, that's not late game stuff. I mean, yes, it's useful, but... Oh, I haven't asked him what he wants yet. What would you have of me? Crystalline heart, of course. And your lore snippet. She is the something. I'm sure we had that earlier. Right. Salvage battery I might not have two of. No, I don't. Should be standing and looking at this so I don't have to keep... Yeah, staff assembling. Right, here we go. I really like the Synthigek one. Well, it's not Synthigek, Synthetic Gek one or whatever it's called. Sometimes I think when you start with C's, you're unlikely to find an S. Nope. Go park. I've got to try and get rid of this thing that's obscuring my screen. Ah, got it this time. That's better. I think it was actually causing my game to lag as well. Right, where are we? How far away is 60? Interesting, when you're standing still, it now tells you the distance rather than the time it will take. In your ship, that is. And these guys called Autophage, they just keep draining me dry. Can I have some stuff? It's got loads of stuff. Even had an exosuit upgrade. I got both the underground creatures, didn't I? So flying still, and the rest are underwater. Doubt I'll find them all here, but let's have a quick look. People were complaining about how difficult it is to land, and it makes you realize how you kind of compensate for that. You know how the system works and slow down and look where you're going to land first, and then you just forget there's ever a problem. So then you think, what's everybody complaining about? Has it started going wrong again? And it's just the same as it's always been. Oh, where's all the creatures at? Ah, there we are. Any more, any more. Another thing I noticed a few releases back is that when you grab that, it also sorts out your radiation protection or whatever your planet is. It used to just do oxygen. Obviously, it's only the basic. But it's handy. Extreme mountains are just a problem generally. I mean, they're a pain in the neck when, for instance, finding creatures. I used to really want a hang glider, and then they gave us butterflies, so I was kind of happy with that. Where am I going? I want to go that way. Sort out my radiation when I get there. Right, autophage camp. The thing I find most frustrating about mountainous planets is, as you can see, I'm the type of person that likes to scan for all of the fauna. And if you have an underground creature on a mountainous planet, it can be really hard to even find caves or open caves or anything that where they might spawn. I mean, it's bad enough finding underground creatures anyway, but oh, it's just a pain in the neck. And then the other one is kind of archipelago, hardly any hill planets that suddenly have underground creatures, and there are just no caves anywhere. Look at that, my staff just sticking there. Each piece of this horse has been gathered at great cost and painstakingly assembled. Their journey has not been an easy one. They just self-construct themselves. Okay, practice language. It's like contraband. That's not going to be very useful. Settler experiment arrays. Values. Let's try values. There's a unfortunate word there. Seems to enjoy listening to an organic entity speaking their language. They understand that I wish to trade and offer me a gift of units. I wonder how many units he'll give me. 867. Thank you so much. They need to rethink these things. I mean, how on earth could you go all the way through the Artemis quest and then come to an autophage camp and be happy with 100 odd units? We've all suffered the pain of erasure, but we did not cease to be. Something does not require a shell. Life, soul. Rusted metal, that's an easy one. See, I haven't even been asked to repair an autophage today so far. They have been doing some work on this, and I noticed that some of them would ask you to repair an autophage and then you'd be sent to a different planet. So I wonder if they've stopped that now, because you shouldn't really have to go to a different planet for these. That's kind of the whole point of these missions. Practice language. Drink. Come on, give me something a little bit more interesting. Found camp reciprocates power. Let's try found. Go easy. Sent request for directions, but have none to offer. Why would they think that? Do you like my carapace? I built it myself from what I could salvage. We all build our own. So it's the word salvage. We all build our own bodies. Oh, accidentally hit that. Come back here. What do you want me to do? Collect rusted metal. They definitely are clustered together, these things. Practice language. Grab the word. Directly into my mind. Practice language. Echo. Let's do that one. Ceremonially hands me something. Turn Atlantidium. I guess I've been handing them that amount, so that's not so bad. Well, probably slightly more, but you know, not all of us were divergent before Corvax Prime. Oh, I didn't know that. Before Corvax Prime was destroyed, but none of us would something to the convergent. Yield, bow to the convergence now. It is a choice to be together. That's almost contradictory, but I know what you mean. Crystallized heart. I'm not sure if the missions are giving me the number of words that they say they are. I might check that in a second. Practice language. Defy information offer exocraft. I think they're going to be more interested in defy. No, that's an aggressive word. And I lose some standing. Have a radiant shard. She creates a something in a purple dream. She creates her something in a purple dream. She is, and I'm sure I've had the whole of that sentence at one point. Right, let's find out if we really do need to kill 27, because that does seem like an awful lot. So we'll keep that one on standby. Sometimes they just appear as soon as you select that. Done him. Done him. Done him. Whoop. Try shell. Seems to gaze right into my soul, eons of experience and wisdom looking out from their humble shell. They feel my hair stand on end. Oh, that's before I get the I'll do that first. She is the progenitor from non-existence. I think non-existence was a word we didn't have before. Okay, no, oh, I've done it again. I want to go into it and check my language level first. $645 words. Crystalline heart. 2 words. Busy. So it says 1. Did I get 2? Yes, I did. Some of the salvage shaft and radiant bore. Got those. Okay, let's see what we got here. Simple colors, brown and grey, silver. B. A. B. C. A. B. We're going to see, are there any can't see any sentinels around. There's a drill over there. Oi. Need a better weapon. I went straight. Oh no, I did kill it. Realise I don't actually have the mission active, so I can't see what the results are. Got a load of these Atlantid monoliths to go to. Ah, so that says 5 of 9, so it was exaggerating. What's shooting at me? That weapon makes short work of them. I always feel like I'm just squidging out blobs with this weapon. Okay, that's enough. So I didn't want 27 at all, you were right. Very odd. Clearly a bug. Okay, I don't really want to fight you anymore. Ship's the other side of them. It's got a surprisingly large amount of life on it. Now, I'm pretty sure those ones stack if they all wanted me to fight sentinels. It's what I kind of mean by unconsciously landing in the way that the game lets you. Kind of slowing down, looking where you're going to land, and then hitting land. Just 3. Let's start with you because you're not going anywhere. Something is it that you can see through my protection? Don't understand. Oh, I guess the protection. I guess the protection or is the shield around them. Request dialect help. What can we say to you? Capacitor Fury samples ancestor. Capacitor shares an interest in this word and regards me warmly. They offer me a handful of nanites to help fund the purchase of more technology. How many are you going to give me? How many? 57. Thanks so much. Not 350, 57. There are not many autophage yet, but we are coming. Many echoes are still healing. They waited non-existent. Every time I read that sentence, I pick up something else. Healing. Oh, I haven't seen what he wants me to do. Salvage starship components. Well, I've got plenty of those. Someone suggested that as a tip on one of my videos, and I wholeheartedly agree. Do your scrapping first so you've got them available when they ask for them. Oh, I don't really need to go back in there. I've done everything now. All right, practice language. Grab the word. Practice Language. Missions, tech, entities destroyed. Try destroyed. Saddened, my choice. Violence is not the answer. Well, the other guy I was chatting to said that violence was something he wanted. Thank you for this contribution. Do you like my carapace? I built it myself. From what I could salvage, we all build our own bodies. I think that might be an example of that full sentence, so I'll grab that. Oh, I keep forgetting to see what they want me to do, which is the whole point of being here. Rusted metal. Got plenty of that. Never had much use for it until now. Request, help. Mystery symbol. Merchants, hazards, scanners, missions. I'm going to go for missions. Didn't do that last time. Deconstruct a seasoned wanderer chatters contentedly about their travels. This is another theme of theirs, that they wander around. I guess that goes with the staff. She creates her flesh in a purple dream. She is and something of our understanding. Sure, I've had more of those words in the past. What would you have me do? Collect an inverted mirror. I haven't got quite so many of those, but I'm pretty sure I've got one for you. Is it that person? Just the three? I got 2 reclaimed heads. No. And I haven't got... Can't keep in my memory what I don't have. Did I just not have 2 radiant chambers? Oh, I've got 2 of those. Not seeing many colour combinations I like either. Nope. Even some of the choices of where these camps are feel as if that might have been designed to be picked up earlier in the game. For instance, I mean, I guess it's reusing things that you might not want, but whatever these drop pods, I forgot what they're called now. Yeah. I mean, drop pods are things that you soon don't need anymore. But maybe it's just reusing, as I say. Still not seeing that flying creature. I wonder if it's going to be one of the rarer ones. Daytime. Is it dawn or dusk? Midday. Doesn't look like midday. Get that last ocean creature. So I'm thinking if there's 4 ocean creatures, then we're looking for a predator. So I'm going to need deep water. Doesn't look super deep around here. Don't know what this fuel is, but it certainly burns well underwater. I don't think this is deep enough. Nope. It doesn't look that shallow here. You'd have thought there'd be enough. When I was looking for a predator years ago, well, not years ago, but actually maybe years ago, this game has been out a long while, I used to just follow fish. It used to be quite a good tactic, but I think it's just because you spend... Ah, look. There it is. Come on, get out of the... ...2.5 meters, not that big, but he looks quite nice. So just that elusive flying creature. Oh, that was a flying creature. Ah, disappeared. Maybe I'll go back there. You can hear them. Don't think I've got any contraband, and if I have, you're welcome to it. How many words do we need? Consciousness. Let's try that one. So a few sentences on the subject and I glean a new Autophage word. Excellent. Learn nothing new. Thank you. Rusted metal. Think I've still got some. How are we doing? So I've got the highest medal achieved. 848. The only guy on this one. Still got words to learn. Oh, was I looking at the wrong one? Well spotted. Still got highest level achieved, but I've only got 665, so there could be another couple hundred words. I haven't investigated. When I last looked it up, nobody was sure. I'm sure it's in the game file somewhere, but that's not something I can be bothered to look up. And practice language. We do learn them very, very quickly. Endangered scanners, cooperation, trade. Brightens upon hearing the word and the valves on their shell clattering, sensing a kinship. They offer me some scrap, they salvage themselves. What are you going to give me? A water-stained plug. Worth next to nothing. Well, in exchange for that, I'll hand you a spool of nanocables. Not all of us seek violence, but I do. I cannot convince him. See, he wants violence. Maybe I'll stack some of these. Got visited. So it's just the three of them. Yep. Right. What have we not got? Got two of those. Got two of those. I think we've got two of all of those. I've just checked the radiant. No, we've only got one of those. Two of the poles. So we're just looking for a hand, a havoc core, and a havoc lance.
Radiation protection falling.
Ooh. Now that's the least important of the heads that I'm looking for, but it is an S class. And it's also the S class for the very first staff that we're given. So if someone wants an S class to start with, this is minus 53.94 and plus 38.04, which I'll quickly take a photo of. The coordinates of this planet are Hawk, Sunrise, Dragonfly, Whale, Triangle, Tree, Ship, Dragonfly, Cube, sometimes called the Anomaly, and I don't know why, and Scarab. Okay, so let's check the other parts. Havoc. I think in theory they've all got a chance of being S. Nope. I remember what staff I have now. I think it was a Havoc end. Yeah. Radiant and a Havoc. And I think I've done everything here.
Technology recharge. Alert. Navigational data received.
Some pirate activity going on. Doing. Losing my weight on my control, that's what I'm doing. Is that pre-built? Is that a pre-built something carapace? I wonder if that's Traveller. Or Dissonant. Knowledge reboot, please. Individuation. That's an unusual word. Let's try that. Heartened. Not sure if you learnt a word and also got nothing. Not getting an awful lot of new stuff by giving them stuff. Offer assistance. Repair a lost autophage. Now this is... If they all ask for that, we can find out if they're stacking now. Something is it that you can see from my protection? What is that word? What is it that you can see from my protection aura? How is it? Wait. So they don't necessarily see themselves as settlers, perhaps?
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
I'm going to stop giving them gifts for now. Salvage starship components. Yes, I've got loads of that. What I don't know is if, when it hands over starship components, whether it actually gives you change. I haven't paid attention to that. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff here. Wouldn't be that hard to program. There are hundreds of off-the-shelf routines for that kind of thing. Now, I want to know what you just said then. Hello, it is rare for a pre-built entity to interface with an autophage. This is very interesting. Well, it's going to become much more common. Quest. Help get the word. Goodbye. I am tempted. No, I haven't got any portable devices in the room with me. I'm tempted to just look it up and see how many words you're supposed to get. If you're able to, see if you can get it, Gravnok, because I don't know what it is, and it might be on the wiki now or somewhere. Practice language, I've done that. I'm losing track, but this is what I really want to do right now. Yep, too early. How many have I got now? 672. I still think there's probably a lot to go.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
$1,124. So I've got I'm only halfway through.
Alert. Navigational data received.
That's so many words. Well, I'm not going to do them all today, even though we're getting 4-ish per person, 3 to 4-ish. Where's that disappearing? Because it's very local. Oh, this is the autophage camp. Since they've added a load of new words for all of them, there's been some speculation that they may have just filled out the entire catalogue now, because there was always that time where you couldn't get everything. But I'm not 100% sure if that still applies. Still saying the same old things. I mean, certainly, people underestimate the translators, but I always have all of them. And they do stack. They're contextual and they don't always work in the same way. So it needs a lot of words to get extra words. You need a long sentence with lots of different words in them. But theoretically, you can then get quite a few words. So we can get most of the sentences now. And you'll notice that we get different words offered sometimes than others. So it's a little bit randomized. I thought I'd done a search. For a start, let's select that and go back and hand it in with them, because I know they're nearby. Hang on, this isn't what I looked for, is it? Now I'm very confused. Oh. Oh, I didn't necessarily do the right autophage, perhaps? Not sure. So I was going to try and stack these, so I just want to see if this goes to the same place we just were at. It can't be. Yeah, it was. So that now it says it's repaired. So I had to land. Oh, this game sometimes. Yeah, the question is whether, in my experience, like when I originally did it, the autophage ones didn't stack, but it's possible that they are now because it was a while ago when I last did them. I thought these are a bit of a mug's game doing so many of them. So I was going to see if they stacked, but I just did that one, so I need to get two more at some point. When I first did them, they sent me to another planet, and I had to do all of them individually. We've had quite a few patches since then, so they might have changed it. Well, you know by now that I believe in confirming. So, I believe you did do it. I just want to see if we can always do it. Oh, that's nice. I still haven't been able to confirm that bug that you don't want everybody knowing about. I just don't seem to be able to do it on my save. This is a really good mining weapon, but it's really slow today. Don't know if I've got anything else. Got that Atlantid, haven't I? That's better. Use the tool for the job.
Radiation protection falling.
Okay. Mining beam, launch thrusters, hazard protection, movement, shield, hyperdrive, pulse engine. You've got nothing I want. That reminds me, what I haven't done much look is what I haven't looked at much is these. I mean, I'm starting to get to the point where I've got enough void motes to start buying a few. I've assumed all along that they are the same kind of technology as these, and they seem to have similar things: fuel efficiency, solar panel power, core health, fuel efficiency. No, so I assume they're identical, but they might not be. I've got 2 of them already. They don't seem to stack with each other. Or maybe they do. It's certainly worth having them. I don't think they stacked with each other last time we looked, but maybe I didn't do it right. Fuel efficiency, fuel efficiency. If that's mutually supportive, fuel efficiency will go up quite a lot in a square. Let's buy a couple more and see if we get any good ones.
Product received.
Certainly start to fill up our exosuit. What I'll be interested in is when we have too much stuff that we have to make choices, because I believe in games that force you to make meaningful choices. So give us some more stuff and then we'll have to decide again. Core health, core health. There's nothing there. Shield strength. Core health is already going to be maximum. Fuel efficiency 10 and 6. So there's just that shield strength we got here. 33. No. So let's keep that one for now. So I guess theoretically, if we can have 6 all mutually supporting each other, if they mutually support each other, then you want the really good ones in the middle of a block of 6 and the worst ones on the outside of that block.
Technology recharge. Alert. Navigational data received.
And the main reason I haven't really played with them yet is because I've been spending all of the motes on other things. But once you've got everything you want, you can start min-maxing those. I was wondering if that would hit the ground. I thought I'd wait and see if it did. Give me your words. Converse with me. Signal. Interested as the travel implications of this word. Deciding to trust me, they direct me to another autophage camp. Thank you very much. So it just directed me to exactly the same autophage camp. I think it might have. We'll find out when we take off. You're mistaken. I think you have moved here and forgot. Okay. For assistance. Hi, Dylan. Collect 4 radiant shards. That'll do. I've got loads of those. Yeah, this is supposedly end game play in No Man's Sky. Some of it defies that logic, but other than that, it's something for us to look at once we've done everything else. She's the existence, she creates existence. Did I hand in those? Still got to do that one. Offer assist practice language. Request dialect help. Get that word. Latest. Yeah, this is not particularly representative of No Man's Sky in that this isn't something you're going to notice having played it a few hours, but yeah, this is end game No Man's Sky. You have to have done quite a lot of, you have to do most of the main storyline to even get to this stuff, which is odd really, because then it gives you like 30 copper or something. Practice language. Place trader Atlantid staff. Staff. You must have something to say about staff. Brightens upon hearing this word. The valves on their shell clattering. I've seen that many times. What have you given me this time? Repurpose reservoir. Worth very little. Okay, so what would you have me do? Collect radiant shards. Your mate wanted some of those, but you can have some. Obviously been to this one, but it didn't say I had, did it? Oh, it's going to say visited now anyway. Confused. See if I've already got the word. No. Resist. Life support gel. Yeah, we've got plenty of that. You can have all of that you want. Been there. Spoken to both of those. Right, let's see what we can get. And recycled pole salvage. Got all of those, I think. Get a couple more of those. Oh, it's white. That's interesting. That actually doesn't look too bad. B. I don't know. This particular bit of the story suggests that there's some dark history with the Korvax. So whether they're... I mean, they seem nicer than the Gek sometimes, who have that awful past. And they seem more relatable than the Vy'keen sometimes, who just seem totally obsessed with death. So yeah, I see that. I can see why the Korvax would be a favourite race. They seem like they should be doing DJing.
Radiation protection falling.
Oh, let's see what these moats, not moats, what I bought. The staffs are actually incredibly good weapons. Most people consider the Sentinel multi-tools, of which there's only 2 models. They look identical to each other apart from those 2 models. And the staffs seem to be the same as those. So yes, they are exceptional, but they're not any different to any other multi-tool really. So if you really want to min-max a weapon, they're probably a good weapon to min-max. But what I'm doing is, when you get the staff technology, in each terminal you can check to see if there's an S-class there by putting all of the different heads into that terminal. And so there wasn't one in that one, but I did find one earlier in the stream. Sprint distance. I like sprint distance. 45 and... what have we got here? That's got sprint distance. It can sense. That one's got sprint distance. That one's got sprint distance. So that will synergize with... so that's shield strength and fuel efficiency. That's shield... I think they've all got fuel efficiency. Solar power. Shield strength. I'm going to keep that one. Get rid of that one. Life support tank. That seems a lot. No, they're usually in the hundreds. Okay. So it's not exceptional. So fuel efficiency. I'm going to get rid of that one. Cheerio. Thanks for popping in. Always appreciated. Right, where did I park? Can't even see where I parked. Why can't I see where I parked?
Technology recharge.
Show you the bug that I have reported, I think at least twice, that most winds me up. When you send something from one
Navigational data received.
it's not even going to be able to demonstrate it at the moment. Let's try it out here. Switch my weapon a second. Ah, yeah, okay. That's part of the bug. Right. When you send something from one, let's say one shard, we can't do it that way. If we were to send that to the freighter, that chevron there is supposed to be there. And it's clearly a bug when you've got an exocraft. If you have an exocraft in that list, it will always count it wrong. And it will end up in the wrong spot, always on the multi-tool. And that winds me up something chronic. And the only way to get rid of it is to go into the freighter menu, inventory, and then it will say, you've seen that chevron now, and it clears it. So it's clearly just a simple counting error. Well, feel free to report it to them as well, because maybe my photograph didn't convey the problem. I don't know. But I've reported it, and after a while you think, oh, I can't bother to report that one again.
Product received. Product received.
It's such a simple one to fix.
Product received. Product received. Product received. Product received. Product received.
Yeah, I understand that, but then sometimes they'll just fix the most trivial thing. And they've obviously just done a quick look through a load of low-hanging fruit while they're there. And that one's an example of low-hanging fruit. You could fix that so easily. It's not like one of those bugs that you'll see people moaning about how come they haven't fixed this, and you think because they haven't worked out what the problem is yet. Considering our respective places in the universe, they have a very different religion to the Korvax. I didn't grab the word. I mean, if they have someone that monitors social media, please fix it. Please. It's one of those things that can really wind people up. Offer assistance. Corrupt Sentinels. So we've got those, so we can see if that stacks, but I'm pretty sure it does. I've done that one before. Practice language. Keep doing the opposite way round. Trapped. That's an unusual. Overcharges. That's not going to be of any use to them. That's not going to be any use to them. Society. Let's try that. Offended, though they do not explain why. Have I lost? Yes, I've lost some standing. Have some Atlantidium. I think the word coming was missing earlier. I'm not sure. What do you want me to do? Radiant shards. I've got loads of radiant shards. I'll wait and see if that stacks with somebody else. Probably too late now. Practice language skills. Places. Okay. There's something out up there they want us to know about. Uranium. Yes, you can have some uranium. Have I spoken to you yet? Nope. Units convergence. That's not wise to say. Units that's meaningless to them. Journey. That's a useful word for them. Describes a place they've seen in their travels. Sentinels. So we're stacking 3 of those, I think. And they're all 9. I think that's everyone. Oh, there's another guy here. I've seen him. Seen him. Seen him. Seen him. What have we got in here? Oh, Havoc Core. We haven't got that. So now we are just Looking for a Havoc Lance and a Claw. Don't think there was a Lance. Oh, there was. Excellent. See, if I was Hello Games, and that's a bit like saying if I was a horse or if I was something random, but if I was at Hello Games, I would get somebody at least to monitor all social media, see what how people are engaging with the game. But especially videos of people playing. Or just employ a tester to do it. I think it would be quite illuminating. I mean, they might do it. They clearly have testers out there.
Radiation protection falling.
I mean, if Hello Games want to approach me to do some testing and to check out social media, I live practically next door to you. I think I've got enough stuff right now. Yeah, the compass is a little bit meh. There are so many better ways of doing a compass. I mean, it's not completely dysfunctional, but it could be improved upon. My if I was going to improve something from the user interface straight away, I would improve changing weapons, have some kind of weapon wheel, because it's getting very cumbersome now. Clearly, some people just have the one multi-tool with everything stacked into it, and they don't mind just scrolling through the different weapons. But if you're in the middle of an autophage, not autophage, if you're in the middle of a corrupted sentinel fight, and you think, actually, I'm not using the best weapon for this, I'm going to switch weapons, then you switch weapons and you're not using the right weapon in that particular. So you switch multi-tools and you're not using the right weapon, maybe you're on a mining beam, and then you want a secondary weapon to be selected. That's all so cumbersome. And in, say, permadeath, if you're trying to do any of that stuff while in the middle of a fight, you're just going to take damage. It's just very inconvenient. I mean, I do use hotkeys. I use hotkeys to change the different, but I don't have a hotkey. There's only 9 hotkeys. I don't have a hotkey for things like changing a secondary weapon. Did I not scan? I use quite a lot of the hotkeys. Because I make videos, I have a couple of, at least 2 or 3 hotkeys just set up for the emotes. So well, I'm talking about guns. I'll be more explicit when I land. I'll show you exactly what I would like to see. Right, multi-tool. Oh, I didn't scan.
Navigational data received.
I mean, the classic thing to do right now is to compare everything to Starfield. And Starfield isn't the kind of game I would ever play, so I don't really have any comments about it. It's very story driven, and I like much more free range, just do stuff you want to do games. So this is perfect for me. But it has what looks like a very functional weapon system, and I wish I had that. Okay, so imagine right now I'm in the middle of a fight and I want to change my multi-tool. Now I've got 3 hotkeys set up for my multi-tool. Actually, they're not even working at the moment, so maybe they are no longer set up. Two of them are. So why aren't they responding? Oh, because I haven't got my weapon out, perhaps? Nope, they're just not working. Okay, so something's gone wrong with my hotkeys for a start. I could press the numbers, but I have them on other keys as well. So I press a button to switch my weapon. I'm on a mining beam, so then I have to go to my bolt caster or my neutron cannon. And then if I don't want the personal force field, which I very rarely use personally, I want the paralysis mortar, so I have to change that as well. And that is just very cumbersome. In the middle of a fight, that's ridiculously cumbersome. Now you could set up a hotkey for secondary weapons, but I don't think, I'm not sure how transferable they are. I guess they're all there, the ones I've got in my multi-tools. But yeah, even then, not a fan.
Radiation protection falling.
Yeah, I mean, it's space themed. I've got nothing against Starfield other than it's not the type of game I want to play. It's a space themed role-playing game. If I wanted to play a role-playing game, I'd play a tabletop role-playing game. If I wanted to watch a story, I would watch a movie or watch a television series. Why is nothing scanning? Oh, I've not got the right multi-tool now. Okay, so it's just not the kind of game that appeals to me. I find them very frustrating and boring. It looks like a good one of its type. I'm sure there are loads, well, I know there are loads of people that are really enjoying it, and there's definitely a space in the market for that kind of game. Yeah, we maybe will have to have a long chat about exactly how you replicate that bug, because I just can't replicate it. It may have just been a strange glitch that went across your multi-tools. It's in the same way as that all of my multi-tools started changing colour when we started to get the staffs, and other people complained of that, but not everybody noticed it. So maybe there was just some cross-contamination with multi-tools. discovered. Experiments. Construction. Worth. I think construction will be useful. They're lost in thought, considering our perspective. So that's the same response as one of the other words. I think I'm running out of responses here. Oh, don't go away. What have we got to now? $694. We do go through them reasonably quickly. It's definitely a grind though at some point. At the moment I'm enjoying the grind because I'm getting other things, but just language. Customer fury. I'm going to go for that. Saddened by my choice of word. Violence is not the answer. So many of them don't like violence. So there's just only a few that do. I actually learn the word from this person? No. Inverted mirror, we definitely have a few of those. Let's go for that again. I was certain you were different. Many thanks for this. I will tell you a secret, Disruptor. Atlantidium gives us power, gives us shape. Not much of a secret, but I like the shape element. Practice language. Staff and support. Let's try Galaxy. So they're going to give me something. Planetary chart. Or Radiant Shard. Pretty sure they might stack. So I'm kind of wasting Radiant Shards perhaps. Can't afford all four. What's the one thing I didn't have? A claw. C. Should have been counting how many times I've done this. I found 2 S-Class today, so I think I'm still above average, even though only one was on the stream. I just messed that up by putting the claw. That needs to go there. That needs to go there. And so let's have a look at three, that's better. Two, that's not great. That's boring. Core health is not particularly useful. Sprint distance and fuel efficiency, but they're not high. It's got sprint distance, sprint distance, sprint distance. Not in that one. In that one. And in that one. So, hang on. That's not optimal. $58, 33, 18, 58. What was that one again? 38. Let's test this new sprint distance out. Oh, why did it suddenly go red? Is it not working, or did I just... Going uphill doesn't... No, it must be something about the hill, I'm guessing. I think that's pretty good. I tend to prioritize movement. That's pretty good. People complain about not being able to be as good with your jetpack as you used to be. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty much identical to what I used to be. I've looked at old videos and I've compared it to new videos. Almost did an Immerman turn then. Flashbacks to old fighting game, dog fighting games. Is it Immelman? Right, 2 more camps today, I think.
Technology recharge. Alert. Navigational data received.
I always like the comments that you see online saying dogfighting is broken because they just circle you. And you think, in order for them to just be circling you, you have to just be circling them. So you've locked into a behavior and then you're blaming the opposition. I mean, I admit dogfighting's not great in this game, but there are things to avoid, and just circling them just encourages them to circle you. In my experience, the mission stacking occurs even just handing it into the autophage. I don't see a difference in that. We'll see in a little while, because I'll go and shoot some. Once I've done 2 more camps, I'll go and shoot some corrupt sentinels. Rewards Destiny deleted aids. Destiny. With ritualistic ceremony, they hand me a gift. Atlantidium 12. Lovely. It's obviously a ritual gift in that it's not useful for anything. Alive, that could be useful. Just mirror, boring. See, I haven't talked to this person, but I can't. Gaze right himself, eons of experience. Yep, seen that one before. Standing increased. Ion batteries, easy done. I just picked up some just in case you wanted some. Just language skills. Lattice. Gravely.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Ah, it could be I'm out of nano cables. I have been giving a lot away. I'm just so used to having them there. Inverted mirror. Right, I'm going to reload there and see if those two inverted mirrors will stack just by handing it into one of them. So restore point. I think they're one of the cheaper nano cables, aren't they? See, a decent change engine would change up the highest thing and keep changing down to the second highest thing and not start from the bottom until... I guess there are different ways of doing it, but you don't really want to run out of individual things. I remember learning about how to give change in different ways back in my programming days. I can't remember much about that topic now. Right, so we want the guy with that's ion batteries. That's one inverted mirror. That's an inverted mirror. Is there somebody else that wanted one? Right. So I can check how many inverted mirrors I have. 3 here. And 10 there, so I've got 13. Don't have any there. So I've got 13 inverted mirrors. Hand in one inverted mirror. I've done that too quickly. So that still requires an inverted mirror. So let's do the opposite and take it to... I know that this particular mission isn't usually considered stackable. I'm just interested. What am I doing? I just want to reload. Because these and radiant shards are very common. Certainly when I first was coming to these camps, I think it used to get confused and just clear off things that you'd handed into one guy. I don't know if you got the multiple rewards for it. Is it him? Yes. Let's science this thing. Thought I was going to crash into my ship then. Too close now. Log. It's just the two. That's it's still having problems with placeholder names where they haven't programmed them properly. Still got some radiant shards that I never gave in, which I was going to do this experiment with, so I can hand that in. Didn't sack. I didn't think it would, but it's worth just checking. Just because there are so many, can I have a few radiant shards and can I have a few inverted mirrors? While we're not at a camp, let's maybe see if we can find a conflict. Interesting, you can see the I can't remember what they're called now, the invisible equivalent, not the motes. Do I have any here? Those things. It's interesting, you can see the echo seeds while flying around. I'm pretty sure in the expedition you couldn't. You see them cropping up on the compass there. I just went past a few there. There's one here somewhere. They don't have any purpose, but we got a gravity enable around. Yep. keep thinking I'm in my permadeath game. Of course I'm not. I don't have to worry too much. It's all that much more stressful combat I've been doing recently. Sentinels have come a long way in the last couple of years, though. This is one of those types of, well, parts of the game that would probably really help if I was a mouse and keyboard player, but I'm not. I do like that fire. I don't like it as much in permadeath, but you can admire it in normal. Ah. He's being repaired too quickly. Get rid of him. Hiding in my ship is not fair. Come over here. Yep, that was quick. Got good recall, this one. It's just not my favourite weapon. I should have switched a better weapon on. Right, has that done it? Yeah. 8. We'll switch my weapon. Actually, my staff might be there. No, it isn't. That's a bit more effective. I might have got rid of my best weapon at some point. Oh. Perhaps being a little bit too casual with this fight. gone way past 9 and now, I know. So let's take off.
Hostile scan detected.
Oh, just caught up with me, just as I was pulsing. Now I've lost it. Right, so I have 3. Oh, I had more than that. So they stack nicely, but we kind of knew that one. So the other one to find out is whether the autophage repairs, but I just didn't get many of them on that planet. Save that for another time now, I think. So where do we stand? Still got a lot of autophage repairs to do. We're in the 700s now. Don't think all of these give you titles. But I'm saving up so that I've got enough words, if not all words, before I go back to all these Atlantid pillars, monoliths, so I can read all of the lore. I can't remember if that's now in the catalogue or not. No, I don't want that section, do I? I want the... I've got more of this now. Her core was destroyed, an explosion in the water. None of us could escape the pain. Some shells still feel their sentinel ancestor. Look through the red eyes, feel their despair. It's sentinel ancestor. There's stuff about the other way around. Accept your destiny. Oh, hang on. There's stuff about people. There's stuff in the lore that suggests that possibly some of the Korvax were turned into corrupt sentinels. Personally, I believe they were turned into corrupt sentinels by Null but that's not clarified in the law. That's just a guess. So it's possible that some of the autophage have been sentinels in the past. Accept your destiny. Time will reveal us all. Pity the convergence. No individual entity has value. None will remember them. What we just had one word we didn't know there. These pages just seem broken. I don't know if they've fixed them yet, but they just don't seem to properly convey the whole language. Oh, and another user interface issue, which probably a lot of people have noticed. When you go to collected knowledge, and for instance, you try and follow a storyline like They Who Returned, you scroll only so far, usually around about here, and then it starts jumping around. Now, it's not clear if that is the next page or not, and sometimes you always at the top is the middle of a sentence, so it's clearly a bit broken. There's no reason for that jump. It starts to have the size of the script wrong. So at some point it suddenly decides there's not as many pages, and it suddenly jumps. Again, a really easy thing to fix. You can see it changing size. So it's bigger, smaller. I think that's the B, yeah. Right, I was going to go, I can't even remember if I went to 2 more camps, but I'll go to 1 more at least. Not with this weapon, I won't. And I cut short that last camp. Think I have it in that one? Yep.
Technology recharge.
Two, just 2, 3. Terminate, upgrade, everywhere, everywhere. Could have at least given me the location of another camp. You've done it before. Language, get the word. You hear her too. She speaks to all electronic entities. Her signal is unique. Her message beautiful. We all hear it. I dream her voice when I sleep. Don't know why that isn't in the law. I don't really want to kill any more sentinels. Thank you very much. Facility hostile protect purchase. Protect. Charges my exosuit. He didn't need it, but thanks. Select 20 there. Yes, we've got that. Just language. Get the word. Practice language. Rhyme. Ceremonially hands me something. Bet it's Atlantidium, yep. But it's only a handful. Yep.
Radiation protection falling.
Go on, give us some more. Do you also defy convergence? We were erased and the Atlas did nothing. It had the power to save us and made the choice to do nothing. It was she who showed us how to exist again. Yep. Inverted mirror. Visited, visited, visited. Four. Should be able to buy them all now. C. Have a coil. A. Focus. C. Radiant heart. Seeing a lot of that green and yellow on this planet. A. A. Okay, one more camp. Do you like the short hops? Oh. I didn't know it gave those. Storage augmentation, always nice. I've seen streams and other recordings where people just don't bother to collect them because they think it's all rubbish, and clearly wasn't rubbish just then. Still bear the stamp of our birthplace. Seven, 12, 2. Still no claw.
Product received.
Might as well finish off once I've chatted to everybody and see what the local sentinel is. Interceptor. Never know, could be lucky. I've already found an S-class on this planet, but or have I? No, that was my other save. Not this planet. Practice language. Void. Tech. Reward. Void would be a good one. Ceremonially hands me something. Is it about 12 Atlantidium? 11. Just walks up, waves, walks off. Right, just language skills. Grab the language word. Oh, I've just gone the wrong way. Rewarding. They don't usually trade. 570 units. Thanks very much. Wanted the word. Do you have any law for me? I will tell you a secret disruptor. Atlantidium gives us power, gives us shape. What would you have me do? Inverted mirror. Just going to double test that because I've seen it trip 2 before. Craft free solar mirror. Yes, I can do that. Still got the inverted mirror. Cradle. No, really. Could you teach me a word, please? Progenitor, nice word. Thank you. Let me say a word in your language. Worn, ancient, navigate. Ancient sounds good. Questioning my intentions with this word. Don't lose any standing. I'm not going to go fighting sentinels now. We're nearly done here. Okay. So there's not going to be another inverted mirror. Oh, did I check the multi-tool? Oh, it's one of those ones that's half invisible. I never trust those anyway, because they might not be half invisible next time you come, and it might be a different class. Okay, let's get a bit higher. That's another visual glitch. I'm not sure if everybody gets those little